Hey y'all, how's it going? I am Joy. That is Steve and John being special guest for our NFL predictions versus in week 9.
Whew.
All
We have
right.
problems.
Yes.
My computer is missing again, and so John is recording all the audio, and then I'm going to edit it all after. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Joy needed me on a Splitsville day to keep her sanity. It's okay.
I honestly did. I had to call in reinforcements because of how insane week 9 is going to be. So,
Yeah.
first things first, from last week's standings, we do have a little bit of a shakeup. Not huge, unfortunately, but we do have a change.
Mhm.
We have John in first place with 84.38. I am
Yay.
in second with 79.43. Steve is in third now with 76.46.
Mhm.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Agron is 75 and 48 in fourth, with Troll leapfrogging some people and coming in fifth place with 74.48. And then SDS and Buck are tied, which I love, 71.51. And then Dino got his pick right last week, and he is 7-2 now.
Yeah, that's insane, Dino. 7-2.
I know,
That's crazy.
not bad for just chewing up some index cards, huh?
No, not at all.
Good bird.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, very very good bird. Annoying sometimes, but very good bird.
Mhm.
So, where do we want to start with our recap of week 8? Regret, game of the week, or shocker?
John.
Uh, let's go ahead and just start with game of the week, I guess.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say we can defer to the guest for this one. So
So
you can go first on what your game of the week is.
for last week, honestly, the fact that the Seahawks went up 14-0, I have to pick my home team, obviously. They went up, then they did absolutely nothing, and then last second, like, they ended up actually winning. So
True.
that was really good.
Yeah,
Scary.
I
Take
watched
the
that one too. It
points.
was please, freaking learn to do that.
Mhm.
But it was good.
What about you, Steve?
My game of the week there is obviously the Bengals going to San Francisco and upsetting the Niners there.
On alumni night of all things, like in front of Joe Montana.
Yeah.
You had to embarrass them like that. It was so bad.
Hey, that was part of
I
Steve and
felt so
I.
bad for Purdy.
I did.
Mhm.
I felt bad for Purdy too, honestly. So that was part of Steve and I's undefeated 5v2s now.
Mhm.
Was those
Yeah,
two
that was
games?
really good.
Yeah, that was a crazy
I'm
one.
kind of torn on my game of the week. I'm thinking I'm gonna go Jets
Ooh, that's a good
just
one.
because of how low scoring that game was and how great defensively it was.
Yeah.
Plus, they won in overtime. Thank you, Wilson. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was big,
You know
honestly, for the
why, but
Jets.
yeah,
Yeah,
it really was. They needed
yeah, they needed a close one.
It was basically a punt game there.
Wasn't there 11 in a row?
Yeah, in the
that. Yeah,
first half
exactly,
mostly.
exactly. But for me, I love those kinds of games because it shows how good the defense is. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's my favorite kind of football is good defensive football and a really good ground game. So
Mhm.
Yes,
I was happy.
Mhm.
understandable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shocker of the week. I bet you will all be in agreement with this. It has to be the Broncos beating the Chiefs. I think the main reason was because Patrick Mahomes was sick with the flu there while playing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that
Probably.
that was. And Taylor Swift wasn't in attendance, so Travis Kelsey
True.
didn't have anything to be
Okay,
excited
John, I was
about.
gonna say that too. I was gonna say that too. Like they didn't even have a special guest. Like it's not fair. The skybox was empty. That's not fair. But yeah, I agree. I think that the Broncos beating the Chiefs was definitely the shock.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
There's
Um,
really nothing else that happened this week that was even that surprising. Like everything else
no,
kind of went as expected. Like
Which, trust me, before going into this week, I'm very happy about that.
All right. So what's our regrets then? Because like for me, I'll start off with mine. My only regret out of week 8 was playing for splits rather than what I actually knew was going to happen.
Yeah,
I would have had such a good record if I didn't play for splits,
I feel that. I did that
and
happened.
I'm mad.
Yeah, that happened to me in week 7, the week that we went. We all had the bad week, other than Troll, where I was like, I can't.
And Buff, by the way,
Oh yeah, that's true. Buff had was it 7 and 6 that week
he
too?
went. Yeah, he went. Yep, he went
Uh,
7 and 6. So he corrected me in Agron's stream actually because he caught that comment where I said that Troll was the only one, and he's like, I had a winning record too, you know. It's like, sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
No, because I told myself basically when I was making those picks, I was like, nope, can't pick multiple 1 and 5 teams to win. They went 3-1 that week because why not?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
my actual regret of the week though was probably honestly initially it was not going with the Commanders after they did so well, and then I felt a lot better about myself when the Eagles ended up winning. But I did text SDS and said that was a regret, so I will still lock it in even though I did pick the Eagles to win. I kind of not thinking about it was my regret.
Yeah, that's fair. What was yours, Steve?
Mine was picking against the Jags against the Steelers there, because obviously the Steelers are having major offensive problems there, not only with their offensive coordinator there, and now Kenny Pickett went down to injury.
Yeah,
The freaking Mitch. The Mitch played, and their season is doomed.
yeah.
And
Yep.
obviously
So
Trevor Lawrence made fools of them there.
Yeah.
yeah, I will say that I was really surprised by how lackluster their defense was in that game. Like I fully expected them to have more of a defensive stand, but their offense could do nothing.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of the big problem with the Steelers right now is that Matt Canada somehow still has a job, one. And two, their defense can only do so much when this offense does not possess the ball enough. I mean, you saw it in multiple games where multiple teams had a lopsided time of possession, and that's not good.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we move on over to week 9 and this disaster that is about to happen.
Let's see how bad we screw this up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm terrified. But Steve, if you want to, let us know what teams are on the bye. That's usually your gig.
Okay,
It, so.
This week we have 4 teams on the bye there. We have the Denver Broncos, the Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and San Francisco 49ers. With these 4 teams there, in my mind, I was playing this here little game from Sesame Street there. It's called One of These Teams Isn't the Same. One of these teams in week 8 lost their game.
That's amazing. I love that. All the good teams.
I love that, except for the fact that it wasn't Denver that was the one man out. The one team out on this was actually San Francisco, and that feels so gross.
Oh,
yeah, it was so bad for them that they had to go and acquire Chase Young at the deadline there.
For a 3rd round pick, like come on, Washington.
Yep. Before we get into the games, Ron, listen, buddy. You got rid of your starting QB, who's now going to start somewhere else, hopefully, thankfully, when he was the lifeblood of that team. And now, 1 year later, you traded away your 2 best defensive studs when your defense was bussin'.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So glad that Seattle plays them the week after this week.
And so glad that Montez Sweat went to the Bears.
Yeah.
It's so happy about that. I'm thrilled.
You can tell that trade deadline did not go the way of Joy and I.
No, it did not. For different yet exact same reasons. I'm
Yeah.
peeved.
Me too. At least the Bears gave up a second round pick for Montez Sweat for some reason.
Yes, true. You know, you could have had Chase Young and him for the same picks, but you know what? Sure.
Not even a first.
Actually, I don't even want to think about what would have happened if they would have taken both of them and just sold off their picks for both of them. No, please no. Nightmares.
Yeah, I have to already deal with Nick Bosa and Chase Young on the same team twice in 3 weeks. So,
Oh my.
Good luck.
This could be great.
Prayers for Gino.
Yep.
Who needs to learn just to throw the ball away. If the Lions game was any indication, just do not hang on to the ball. You don't want to get sacked by both of them.
No.
But, okay. Finally time.
Yeah.
We've dilly-dallied a lot.
Okay.
First game up. We have the Tennessee Titans with Will Levis, potentially, going to the aforementioned Pittsburgh Steelers to deal with that mess of an offense.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What are we thinking?
Go ahead, John.
Okay. Well, Joy's already going to kill me in the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the video. So I was caught between a Watt and a Henry place. So I did not know whether or not to go with the Steelers' putrid offense or to let Derrick Henry steal the show. I went with the Steelers because of Watt and trusting the defense of the Steelers. I definitely don't trust the Mitch. So
No.
I already made a big risk here, but come on, defense.
You, sir.
He's in trouble already.
Yep.
What say you, Steve? I'll save my pick for last. What say you?
They're obviously, as we said there, the Steelers' offense is putrid there, and how I bet the fans in Pittsburgh are going to scream fire Canada.
Oh yeah.
Again. Get the chant rolling.
Yeah, true. So obviously, I'm going to go with King Henry and the Titans there to beat the Steelers.
Yeah. Unfortunately for John here, here was the thing. I would have gone with the Steelers, but Mitch.
Yep.
I can't do it. I refuse. I absolutely. As soon as he came into the game and I started questioning his decisions, like, why'd you make that throw, Mitch? He wasn't even open, Mitch. Stuff like that. Like, I can't go down that road.
No.
And so I'm going to trust in Will Levis, hopefully, and Derrick Henry, that they can finally kind of turn this thing around, having the good rookie QB.
Agreed.
Just Mitch, I can't.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Don't worry. I'm going to be alone on a lot of picks this week.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I think that's a really safe alone pick, potentially alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it could go either way, you know?
Right.
He could have a receding game rather than starting to build his legacy.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
So already a split with John here.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have what is sure to be a good barn burner with Miami and Kansas City.
Obviously, this game is going to be in Frankfurt, Germany on Sunday morning.
That's why I didn't say it was at. I learned my lesson.
Yes, you did. Now,
So go ahead, John.
the real question is Taylor Swift going to be in attendance? But probably not because it's in Germany. But, I mean, if she is, that'd be cool. And that would help my pick.
Isn't she, like, starting her tour over there or something?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't really keep up on Taylor Swift for good reason.
Yeah.
Me neither. Here's what's really funny. I keep up on Taylor Swift through the NFL because the NFL knows her schedule. I
Yep.
do not,
Yep.
but they do.
Yep. Yep. But I did choose the Chiefs because honestly, the Dolphins are already 0-2 against playoff teams. They about to be 0-3, I think.
Yeah, it's
What about you,
my
Steve?
turn there. Obviously, we hope Patrick Mahomes recovered from his flu
Mm-hmm.
there. So, and I don't know if, like you said there, we don't know if Taylor Swift's going to be over in Germany there.
Yeah.
That's the thing there. And obviously,
Yeah.
Dolphins there co- are on a little bit of a roll ever since losing to the Eagles a couple weeks ago. There, so I'm so sorry, John. I'm going to go with the Dolphins over in Germany to beat the Chiefs.
Oh boy.
So tiebreaker's yours, Joy.
I'm uh I'm going with Kansas City on this one. I think that it's going to be a very, very, very close game. It's going to be a great game to watch. It's going to be high octane offense versus high octane offense. But I think that the Chiefs are going to be mad after getting embarrassed by Denver because you don't lose to a division rival like that.
Mm-mm.
And I think they're going to have a revenge arc against Miami. And being that it's like a neutral site, it's going to just be even more impactful to be able to get a good win like that.
Yeah. I mean, if they lose this, they're not number one in the conference. This is the game for number one in the conference, if I believe. So very
Yeah,
important
yeah, it
game.
makes sense that it would be. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is surprisingly one of the sleeper games for being important. Like
Sure.
you wouldn't think so, being this middle of the season, but yeah, like John said, this is like the battle for momentum in the number one seed for the AFC.
Yeah.
So
Unless the Bengals
we'll see.
go on a bit of a hot streak.
Which is possible.
Which is very scary and highly possible because they tend to like get in that groove mid-season, like they're trash the first few games, and then all of a sudden they go on a tear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati might have something to say about that, but for now, I think that the conference still runs through Kansas City, or in this case, Germany,
Yeah.
and I think that they're going to end up winning it.
Okay.
Because, of course, global reach, why not?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, now, next up, I'm not looking forward to this game, and yet I am really, really looking forward to this game. We have the Vikings and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously the Vikings
Yep.
there are going to start a different quarterback because Kirk Cousins is done for the season.
So what I've heard,
I was so sad about that.
yeah, I was sad about the Kirk Cousins injury too. What I've heard is that it's either their rookie quarterback from the 5th round or the Dominator, because they picked up the Dominator during the trade deadline. Because of course they did after I made my pick.
Yeah, exactly. Of course they did. I'm in the exact same boat, so I think you and I are not going to split on this one, unfortunately. I would love the Dominator to be the starter, but last I heard they were going to go with, I believe his name is Hall.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Me neither.
But
Tough one to
all I
call.
know is Atlanta may have finally made the right decision in starting my boy.
Taylor Heineke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about this one too.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. He had a better game in his like one quarter of play than Desmond Ritter did last week, as far as I've seen on the stat line. So
Sure.
I'm so happy he's finally getting a shot. Like disrespect.
Yeah, honestly. Oh, I guess I'll get it out of the way. I swear, Joy, if we agreed on this,
Yeah.
I am going to be the chaos and anarchy, like Steve said on our Alone episode, is going to happen. I went with the Falcons.
I'm afraid it's going to.
Because Taylor Heineke's starting, and I was like, I need to go with the Falcons. for the Heineke.
100% agree with you.
Yeah, same.
Majority rules.
So all three of us have gone with the Falcons, which is maybe Steve being involved will kind of like sway the chaos to not really be that.
Hopefully. Very hopefully. I literally, in my pick, before I got invited to this, I said, I swear Bane is gonna Bane, so please join pick the Vikings despite what dread lurks.
I know. Despite what the heart wants, I should have sacrificed and gone with the Vikings, but I can't do it.
Nope,
True.
I understand
There's
that.
too much going toward Atlanta. It's
Yeah.
Heineke. It's the run game if he's feeling well. They're at home. The Vikings are in shambles, not having Jefferson or Cousins. Like, there's way too much going towards
Yeah.
Atlanta. So it was just a smart pick, and
And
hopefully
it
the
was.
Banes will be nice.
Well, and here's the thing, and I know SDS is gonna kill me for saying this, but if the Falcons make the right decision and they continue to keep Taylor Heineke, Joel's gonna kill me too. It's gonna be Falcons or Saints winning the division. If they play Heineke.
Honestly, you know what? I would have a really hard time picking favorites on that because, like, I love the Saints
Me
because
too.
of, well, one, because of Troll, and two, because I do like Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I like the defense and Cameron Jordan and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta has a really good young team, young offense. I think their defense needs a little work.
Yeah.
And then Taylor Heineke, like, I can't, how am I supposed to play favorites between Derek Carr and Taylor Heineke?
And they have 2 matchups left.
They do.
True.
That is going to be a really, really fun game to watch in the future
Yes.
for multiple reasons. But moving on, we have the Browns hosting the Cardinals, which we talked about prior.
Yeah.
Do we
Go ahead,
really
John.
have to discuss this one much?
Cardinals and no Dominator are buffing. So obviously I picked the
They
Browns.
do be buffing.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yep.
we'll all be in agreement this week there with this pick there. So you might as well just go with the Browns. Either even if they started Deshaun or PJ Walker.
Unfortunately, even if it is
I'm
Deshaun.
gonna say PJ Walker.
But
Yeah, even if, but I'm gonna go into this game so that I feel better about myself, thinking that PJ Walker is starting. And
same.
if I'm wrong, then
Oh, well.
sad. But I'm gonna feel good about myself and think that it's PJ Walker.
Yep. I feel that because that's exactly where I am, Joy.
And I'm picking them because of Myles Garrett. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I love their defense.
Makes sense to me.
Now, this next one I'm really hoping is also not a split. I will be very mad if it is. We have the Rams at Green Bay.
Go ahead, John.
I'm getting killed.
Gosh darn it, John.
So, okay.
How?
So, this is what my thought process was, so I can clear my name a little bit. So, it was purely
I love
because
this youth.
Stafford is trending towards being out for the game. He suffered a UCL sprain on his throwing hand. But
Oh, God, Staff.
here's the thing. And here's why I was torn. Because Staff is one of the toughest QBs that I know.
Yes.
But a UCL sprain, McVay hasn't said whether or not it's a grade 1 or grade 2. I don't trust Brett Ripien. Nor do I trust Jordan Love. But
I mean, I was just about to say, do you trust Green Bay at all? Like,
I trust Lambeau Field. That's what I trust.
Yeah.
you know what? That's a fair point. I will say Stafford has won there before.
Yes.
If he plays.
Brett
Just
Ripien
saying.
hasn't.
Yeah.
Their first time for everything.
Yes.
But okay, so sure, defensible.
Exactly.
If Stafford
Ian,
played, I was picking the
what are you
Rams.
thinking?
I'm going to take the Packers at home there. Even even if if Stafford with 100% there, I don't think he'll do well at Lambeau.
I guess I'm just alone because I look the Packers lost to the Broncos
Mm-hmm.
by 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then they lost to Minnesota by 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care that they're at home. Jordan Love is bad. The coaching is bad.
Yeah.
Everything about them has been bad. It should be a battle between them and the Bears for the basement,
Okay.
and I'm loving it. And
Eh,
so
yeah.
I'm going with the Rams just because I want Green Bay to stay in that basement and think about what they've done.
I
Okay.
I can see that for sure. And if Stafford plays, that's gonna be my regret of the week more than likely.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And personally, I didn't know about Stafford being injured or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of made all of these picks without really researching them. I just kind of went based on what I felt. So
Yeah.
if they're off, I blame my computer.
Understand.
This one too, but this one I know exactly what I'm doing. We have Washington and New England in Foxborough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, John.
So
So my reasoning on this was Bill plus rookie plus in Foxborough equals L plus ratio. So I picked the Patriots.
L plus ratio. Yes. Thank you, John.
Uh,
Well,
I'm assuming you're with me. Hopefully.
yeah.
Well, that's good.
Obviously there, because obviously the Commanders they're look like they're preparing for next year. They're obviously trading Chase Young was a good example of it, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm picking the Patriots at home.
Yeah, I honestly thought that me taking the Patriots was gonna be like one of those 5v2 or alone games
Me too.
because it was such a huge upset. But yeah, we are 3 for 3 on that one. I made this pick as the Chase Young and Montez Sweat trades were coming in, and I'm like, oh no, I don't trust this. So I'm going with the home team and a
Yeah,
bit of a bounce back because England needs that. They really need a bounce back.
they do. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. I am so glad that this is not a 5v2 in the direction of the two. It could be a 4v3, that's
Yeah.
fine. But I am so glad that it's not a 5v2.
Yeah. All right. So next up is my most hated with one of the teams I actually like. We have the Bears and the Saints. Are y'all gonna upset me this time? Or are we good?
Yeah.
Ah,
Obviously, the Bears we're not aboard the Tyson Bajan uh, bandwagon.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a
So
shame. I mean, I thought that the kid did pretty well.
Agreed.
yeah, yeah. So obviously, I'm going to take the Saints at home there.
Joy doesn't have to be mad at me. I also went with the Saints because hashtag frick the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I'm unfortunately I do think that this game is going to be closer than it should be just because the league likes to hate me. But I'm going with New Orleans. They're at home. They're the better team. Derek Carr needs to light them up.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is going to be if Montez Sweat is able to play. That is going to be my only issue with this because I do think that he is a difference maker on
Yes.
that defense, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get them the W. But it will be a minor concern.
Agreed. That does worry me that the Bears got a good player, but I mean,
Yeah,
Derek Carr, just do
same.
your
But I
thing.
mean, yeah, exactly. My thing is the Bears have had good players and they've done nothing with them. So I'm not
Yeah,
really that concerned.
yeah. Khalil Mack's a prime example of that.
Exactly. Like they're gonna find some kind of way of messing it up anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. As I know we have two matches up with them anyway. I'm kind of a little concerned, but everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have the Battle of the Birds. Dino will be after we go through ours, but this is his game of the week with Seattle and the Ravens.
I guess.
John, this is your home team,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
go first.
I figured I was going first here.
Go ahead, John.
Oh boy. Okay, so you get to catch me on camera going against my team. So
Oh my God, John.
I actually one of the one times I'm on here, I actually did go with the Ravens because
Oh my God.
Seattle has had two very ugly home wins with -3 turnover differential against Arizona and Geno Smith forcing two passes in leading to interceptions against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he won't be able to get away with that against the Ravens. So and it's in Baltimore, and I am not going with Seahawks beat Lions, therefore Seahawks over Ravens logic. No. So.
Oh boy, that's shots fired. Oh,
So
critical
I.
hit.
So yeah, so I went the
Oh
Ravens.
Lord.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, Steve, do you want to make this 3 for 3? Because I also took the Ravens for pretty much that
I
exact same reason.
I
They're at
took
home.
yeah
Seattle's not that great.
yeah I took the Ravens as well. They're
Whew.
obviously you can't stop Lamar. They're so sorry, Seahawks fans.
Yeah, I'm. That's why I'm glad that Steve pointed out that it's daylight savings that I get an extra hour of sleep for this 10 a.m. game.
Yep, exactly. My thing on that was like if Detroit struggled,
Yeah.
Seattle's not going to have a very easy time with it. Now, I hope that they win. I hope I'm wrong.
Me too.
But and all right, so we actually have a full short this time for Dino because it was good weather. It wasn't cloudy for a change, so I was able to actually get one. I'm not quite sure if it will, but Battle of the Birds. You bit both. You bit both. You took both. Bird. Why do you make this so difficult every single week? I don't get you. Okay. I guess you made your choice. So you don't hate the Ravens? I thought you did. And he also took the Ravens.
Wow,
So
Mark Bird.
everybody pile on the anti-Seattle train for a second. We can fix this next week, hopefully.
Yeah. When
Even the Seattle Seahawks fan knows.
yeah. That's the first time that Dino actually picked the Ravens in any opportunity as well.
Yes, that's what I made mention of in the video where I took of him. It's like, so I guess you don't hate the Ravens after all.
Nope.
Well,
He had an alone game against the Ravens when he picked the Steelers over them. So
Yeah.
I just assumed that he was an anti-Ravens fan.
Same.
But apparently he's just. But I wonder if he does have an allegiance.
Right? It's probably the
Hard to
Falcons
say.
to mess with us.
You know what? It'd be like him to take the Falcons as his home. It would be like him. Stupid
Yes.
bird.
It so would.
But I will use John's brilliance of just being smart instead of being a homer to segue into our next game, where we have Houston hosting the Bucks.
Oh boy.
Go ahead, John.
I picked the Bucks because I'm trusting their defense.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I didn't learn my lesson from last week, and I took the Texans because I'm trusting the split.
Oh, I love that.
So, Steve, you're the tiebreaker.
Oh, I'm going to take the Texans on home there.
There we go. That was my reasoning too. I took the Texans because they're at home. They're a little embarrassed probably from losing to Carolina and giving them their first win, so they're just going to go
They need a
slap
bounce
around
back
a
game
different
there,
NFC
basically.
South team.
Yeah. No,
I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I wanted to go with the Bucks because I like Baker Mayfield, but I'm
see.
choosing to trust the rookie and the momentum and the angst
I kind of hope
and the
that
split.
Not Keanu Neal, is that? Oh my gosh, Ryan Neal. Hello, gets hit a pick six.
Keanu Neal.
I don't know why. What?
What? Wow.
I don't know where that.
This reminds me of your Christian Ponder moment. Of all the names.
Oh my god, that was a hilarious moment. I couldn't name the Vikings quarterback at some point. Joy can provide context for this one.
Yeah, we might need to give a little bit of context. We were doing a series together where we had to name certain things after like quarterbacks and players and stuff, and I named mine Dante Culpepper for the Vikings, and John over here said the other Vikings legend Christian Ponder, and I'm like, bruh, legendary Viking Christian Ponder.
Yeah. They haven't had a legendary quarterback since Fran Tarkenton.
Pretty much.
There you go. Even worse. Should be ashamed of yourself, John.
I know, Christian Ponder of all people, why?
And you had to use that pair too.
We did.
That's the worst thing about it.
That is
I was forced to look at Christian Ponder.
constantly.
Next up, we have the Panthers, who just got the first win against the Texans, as we talked about, hosting Indy.
Obviously,
So,
the Colts are in shambles there. Even with Jonathan Taylor in their lineup, they're still in shambles.
see, I don't really know if it's shambles so much as just Minshew magic ain't magical.
Yeah. Another crazy John moment. I actually did go with Minshew for the first time. So I did pick the Colts to beat the Panthers, but I did preface that by saying, I mean, Panthers, if you do want to prove what I said in my week 3 Seahawks versus Panthers pick, that would be great.
I do want Carolina to win because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
And have a little two in a row would be really, really good for them, especially in that division where everything is so close.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I trusted the defense and the run game of Indy.
Yeah.
So it sounds like all of us are in agreement again.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be Carolina to get their second win there.
Ooh, not in agreement.
Oh. Okay. I see you, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
See, Steve had the
Oh,
gall to actually do what we all wanted.
Yeah, exactly. So I thank you for that, Steve. You were actually the one that had the guts to go for it. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, the
Yes.
risk, but it's worth it there.
It's a well calculated risk, I think.
Yeah.
So I approve.
Me too. I want it to happen. So if Steve's alone
Yeah,
on this,
same.
can we raise Steve's alone game record? I mean, he's already over 500 in alone games, so let's keep that trend going.
Yeah, that'd be great actually. Like Steve actually just knows. We go off of emotion a lot of the times. That I've been trying
Well,
not to do, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
many times
Um,
my risks there are usually wrong there, but well worth it there.
Yeah. Well, this season you're actually 4 and
yeah, it's
3.
always worth the risk, I think. Yeah. So we will see. Next up is going to be a very, very close game where we have Giants going to the now Josh McDaniels list. Yay, Raiders.
Go ahead, John.
I'm so happy.
I am smiling because I took the Raiders, right? And then I heard Josh
Mhm.
McDaniels was gone and even got myself more happy about that. Uh,
Obviously,
so,
losing to the Lions on Monday night there had a profound effect there on ownership.
and I am
I,
glad it
I
was the
will say the
Lions.
Lions have exactly they have that effect on people. They made Aaron Rodgers leave, and now they got Josh McDaniels fired. So if you want change to happen, just lose to Detroit and everything will be fine.
And that's why, Detroit's amazing. So,
And I can say that and gloat because they're on the bye and can't lose.
yep, that's exactly why I said it too.
Exactly.
So as
Yep.
soon as they say that when they're
They,
not
they
on the
can't
bye.
embarrass me this week by losing.
Exactly.
Exactly. Right. When we have a game, I'll be a little bit more humble. But right
Yep.
now, they cannot be. They literally can't be touched, and I'm free to just be happy.
Yep.
But for me, I took the Raiders as well. But I do have a sneaky suspicion that it'll flip the other way for me, just because the Giants are like they actually kind of came on strong, but I don't know who their QB is going to be.
That's why I didn't pick them.
Because Tyrod Taylor was questionable, and Daniel Jones is questionable, and now we have I forget his name now.
He didn't pass it more than 9 times, so
Yeah, so we have Saquon Barkley pretty much is what we have,
yep.
and I'm not going to trust Saquon Barkley against the entirety of the Raiders.
No.
So
Yeah. But you'll be surprised about this, Joey. I'm going to agree with you there. The Raiders will turn it around with new coaching there, and they'll beat the Giants.
Woo! All in
so
agreement.
we are in agreement again. I was concerned.
Me too.
I do think I'm really happy for Crosby and Devontae Adams because they deserve better. And now that Josh McDaniels isn't there, hopefully they can get that.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who their new coach is. It starts with an R. Raul
I
or
don't know.
something. I don't know. SDS texted to me this morning at like I'm a Raiders fan or something, but anyway, it was interesting. I just don't remember his name because I couldn't be bothered.
We just know this person over McDaniels.
Sure.
Yes, exactly. I don't even care who you are. You're better than Josh. So,
Yeah.
next up is an NFC East battle with the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Ooh, this is the game
I hate
of the
this game.
week for me.
It probably will be, and that's why I hate it.
Yep. It is considered America's game of the week. Then again, it's the Cowboys, and when are they not considered
It's
that?
America's team, so yeah.
But this game is about to be
No shade, by the way. No shade.
No,
Before anybody says anything.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't understand the whole thing about you're either a Cowboys fan or you hate the Cowboys because I'm like in the middle.
Mhm.
I don't like them or hate them. The only thing that I hated was that pass interference call that got picked up. That's the only problem that I have with Dallas.
And that's understandable because it
And
was
that wasn't
against your
their
team.
doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So no, I get that. Like, and that's kind of exactly where I sit with the Cowboys too. Like a lot of the times, I'm like, okay, well, let me see if I can support Papa, and do what I can with Papa because I don't dislike the Cowboys. But
I think they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
The defense, especially early on in the season, really fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, so what did y'all go with? Because I'm scared of my pick.
You know what? I honestly am too. So I am going to defer to Steve. You can fall on the sword
Okay,
first.
obviously, I imagine you guys don't like the tush push play the Eagles keep doing.
I actually don't mind it, to be honest.
I like it. I love that because teams can't stop it. It's your job to stop the QB sneak. If you can't do it, that's your problem.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone's so mad and trying to ban it. Like, your job is to prevent it from happening. Just get good.
Right.
Yeah, so obviously this one's going to be a close one, a 3-point or less game for me there, and I'm going to take the Eagles at home to beat the Cowboys.
Okay, I feel much better about talking about my pick then.
All right. Yep. Same.
So,
Sigh of relief.
Yep. I also went with the Eagles over the Cowboys, preferably because the Eagles are at home. And when I looked at it and how the Cowboys have been on the road, other than the Giants game, it's been pretty rough. They lost 42-10 against the 49ers, 28-16 against the Cardinals, and barely beat the bane that is the Chargers 20-17.
Yep.
At home, they're a completely different team, so when they rematch at home, I'll spoil it right now. Unless something big happens, I'm probably choosing the Cowboys. But for them being on the road,
Yeah, honestly, I feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, this is such an either or. It's kind of like a coin flip for me.
Yeah.
So I just kind of mentally flipped it over to saying the Eagles because they have DeAndre Swift, who was a former Lion, and you know what? Sure, we'll rock with it.
Yeah.
They have the tush push, which I'm hoping that I was going to say Chicago, and I'm very mad at myself. I'm hoping that Dallas can actually stop with that defense. And then they have A.J. Brown, who came in firing. Julio Jones caught a pass, which was surprising because I just thought he was going to be there for bait. So, yeah, I just think that they're kind of rebuilding a little bit, and they're at home, and it's going to probably be cold.
Yep. Well, I'm happy that we're in agreement on this
one. So again, right, because I was scared of this game because it's going to go either way.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 3-4-4-3, something like that.
Yeah.
Same with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'm falling for the trap, but I'm curious what y'all are saying. We have Buffalo and Cincinnati on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, obviously, this the first game since that near tragedy last season involving Damar Hamlin.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So this is the rematch from that game. So it's going to be a fun one to watch from that aspect alone.
Agreed.
Yeah, I just wish they do some sort of thing before the game there to salute Damar Hamlin there.
I also agree with that.
Well, they probably will. Yeah. Yeah, I think they will, and I think they're gonna also, at least if they don't, they should salute the medical staff that rushed to
save his life.
So yeah, exactly. So the entire situation was just so messed up to see. So I'm really glad that all kind of worked out. And then, having to talk about it, there's gonna be the elephant in the room. Like, you can't not notice what's happening.
Yeah.
So where do we fall on how we think it's gonna go?
I feel like I'm falling for the trap as well if we're thinking that we fell into the same trap, Joy. The Bengals went 4-0 against the NFC, and this would be one heck of a way to get your first win against an AFC opponent. So
a really darn good AFC opponent at that.
I did go with the Bengals in Paysor Stadium to get the W.
Oh no. Steve?
Yeah, obviously with this game there, this one's going to be another close one in my opinion there. I'm
Hmm.
going to take the Bengals at home 3 points or less to beat the Bills.
This does not make me feel better. It really doesn't. I thought it would. I still don't feel good about it, but I agree, and I took the Bengals as well. I'm falling for the trap because they're actually playing decent. And that was the trap. There's two traps. There's either the emotional trap of the Bills doing it for the memory and the resurgence and the "we got you" thing, or there's the Bengals trap of, hey, these guys are actually pretty good.
Yep.
I'm emotionally invested in Cincinnati right now, thinking that they're actually good, and so I'm concerned.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of traps, we have one more
Well, we have
one more game, and it's a big trap.
Yes, it is.
We have the yes, it is. We have the Chargers and the Jets. Multiple traps everywhere.
Why this so?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Steve takes this one first
Please.
yeah.
because John,
Well,
you and I need this. So
obviously, the
what do
Chargers
you think?
there coming out the huge win, but it was against the Bills there. I mean, the Bears. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Do not disrespect the Bills like that.
sorry. Yeah, and
It's okay.
obviously the Jets there, as we discussed there, that punting game there, and they barely escaped the Giants by the skin of their teeth there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of the rare overtime games we've had this year. Six. We've had
Oh, that's more than I
six
thought.
so far
But
this season.
Sure.
were they all in the
That's
beginning?
more than I thought, but it feels so rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one in week one, which ironically enough was also the Jets.
Yeah.
Um, two in week two, ironically enough, one of them was the Chargers.
Mhm.
Oh god.
And then Ravens and Indy went in overtime in week three, and then we have Washington and Philly overtime, Rams and Indy in overtime for week four, and then we had last week with the Jets. So the Jets have had two overtime games so far this year,
So
and that's concerning.
the Jets and the Chargers make up 50% of the overtime games, and
Of
so
our overtime games, yeah.
that doesn't shock me in the slightest.
Oh my God,
Oh my God.
I just had the best of ideas.
Me too. I think we're on the same page.
Yep,
Tie anyone?
yep.
Yeah, but with me
I would
there,
love it.
I'm going to take the Jets at home to shock the Chargers.
Oh boy.
What say you guys?
Crap. I Done?
Oh, don't tell me. Your reaction makes it sound like we double agreed on the Banes. Oh gosh.
I,
I swear, if we double agreed on the Banes, that's not good. I said
it's not good.
I said I went the Chargers. I picked them because I even said I know that any team will look good against the Bears, but I think that this is the game where the defensive line of the Chargers will get to Wilson.
Yeah, basically same. I went more offensively. I think that the Chargers offense is actually really, really good. Got Keenan Allen and Eckler and Herbert out
Yeah.
there slinging it. And I think that, if the Jets had a hard time with a third string QB in the Giants, how are they going to handle Herbert and company?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then Khalil Mack and Bosa, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you get Mac and Bosa on defense, that I think is going to actually cause some problems. And I love Zach Wilson.
Me too.
You know this, but I no, I think that their win streak was against teams that are not like dominating. And so it's a bit of a trap that I can't fall into, but I did willingly step into the Chargers trap.
We stepped into the double
So
Bane trap.
great.
We love
We
this.
did, and I'm not happy about it.
Uh-oh.
But we're here.
Yep. Steve about to have the best week of his life.
Oh,
16
Lord.
or 14-0.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, I'd be okay with it.
For
to
the
be
record,
honest.
I hope I'm wrong.
So basically, we're split
So-
on that game.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
are. Which is
Lovely.
scary.
Yeah. We all love conflict.
We do.
You know what, though? It does make things interesting, doesn't it?
It does.
First up, we have Trolls picks, and John and I are going to trade off on doing the picks because I think it's more fun this way. 'Cause
you
I
want it.
Should be
admittedly,
fun.
Steve's gonna love
this isn't my first time. This is not my first time doing this one, so yeah.
Not your first rodeo.
Okay.
I feel
Titans.
so stupid. Okay. Fergalicious definition make them boys go local.
Chiefs.
They want my treasure, so they get their pleasures from my photo.
Vikings.
You can see me, you can't squeeze me.
Saints.
I ain't easy, I ain't sleazy.
Rams.
I got reasons why I tease them.
Commanders.
Boys just come and go like seasons.
Ravens.
Fergalicious, so delicious.
Texans.
But I ain't promiscuous.
Browns.
And if you was suspicious,
Colts.
I didn't think about how I was going to censor that. All that is fictitious.
Giants.
I blow kisses. Mwah.
Cowboys.
I post them boys on Rock Rock,
Bengals.
and they be lining down the block
Jets.
just to watch what I got. 4, 3, 2, 1. God, I love you, troll. All right. Now we have Papa Agron's picks. I'll take this one, and then you can take SDS if you want.
Oh, I can take SDS. That's cool.
We have the Steelers over the Titans. Mike Tomlin does things.
I'm not alone. Let's go.
Chiefs over Dolphins. I know. Revenge for last week. Vikings over the Falcons, saying this is a tough one. Not sure what the Vikings are going to do, but it's the Falcons. Saints over the Bears because mid beats bad. Rams over the Packers. See last reason. Commanders over the Patriots because this is becoming a trend. Ravens over the Seahawks. Geno is not that guy this year. Texans over the Bucks simply because I want to hear SDS when they lose. Browns over the Cardinals. Hey, look, the trend is back. Colts over the Panthers. See? Still going. Raiders over the Giants. Bad versus bad, so home field advantage.
Understand.
And then Cowboys over the Eagles. Probably biased, but if both teams play like they did last week. Bengals over the Bills. The team is getting healthy, which is scary. And then Chargers over Jets. Eckler, in good health, can carry a team.
Whew.
Oh,
I feel like I dodged a bullet.
yeah, honestly, same.
I'm so glad Papa went with us on a lot of that stuff. But now I get to transition into a person who didn't go with us on a lot of that stuff. And that do be SDS. So, SDS immediately off the get agrees with both of you guys and says the Titans will beat the Steelers, saying that, you know, they have a QB now. Maybe. Glad you added that maybe.
Yeah, because the dream might still be out. You never know.
Exactly. Dolphins over the Chiefs. Not every day the Chiefs look bad, but I'm here for it. I mean, yeah, they didn't look great, but one game, every team's going to have that one game, I think. Falcons over the Vikings. Against my better judgment, I'm taking their defense over the Vikings. He's finally realized the NFC South is known for their defenses. Saints over the Bears.
Harsh.
I know. I'm pretty harsh with these. Saints over the Bears. You enjoy first place in the division for another week. Rams over the Packers. Lesson learned. The Packers are really bad. Yeah, I didn't learn my lesson. That one I'll openly admit. Commanders over the Patriots. So, Bill, are you going to retire after this year? Seahawks over the Ravens. DK and Tyler Lockett are better than Flowers and Odell Beckham. Tampa Bay over the Texans. Rookie QB. To support Papa's point, I don't care. F Ohio State QBs. It's going to be even more fun if Papa gets what he wants.
Honestly, yeah, exactly. Like, that's one of the reasons I'm rooting for Houston is just because an Ohio State QB can beat his team, and I think it'll be glorious to see the rage.
It would be. Browns over the Cardinals to steal the line from another. Boo. Boo. Colts. Colts over the Panthers. Hey, Minshew, cornerbacks don't wear blue when you're on offense. But they're going against the Panthers. So, and they're at home.
I was going to say...
Wait a minute.
Yes, I was thinking about that when I got his reasons. It's like, but what if the team they're facing also happens to wear blue? Then they kind of do.
Raiders.
The thought was there. I get it.
Yeah, the thought was there. He went with Raiders over the Giants, so y'all are just going to be mediocre. Didn't we all know that from the beginning? Eagles over the Cowboys, because meh. Bills over the Bengals for DeMar. And honestly, I could see it. That we talked about that. I could see that. Jets over the Chargers, because you can never underestimate the Chargers' ability to choke. Yep.
Good point.
That honestly,
that's what scares me.
Yeah.
That's what scares me.
That's reasoning number one right there. That's his best reasoning, I think,
Thank
on
you
the board.
for speaking our truth.
Yeah.
All right. So last one, we have Buffs picks. Titans. Will Levis's legacy game in the books. Shout out Dean. Time for chapter 2. He went with the Dolphins, saying something here reeks. He took the Vikings. The better version of Tom Brady starts his first game here.
Okay.
Saints, NFC South champs. He went with the Rams, saying, hope SDS learned to never bet on the Packers like a real Lions fan. He went with the Commanders, saying, I don't know, man, they both stink. He took the Seahawks, just saying this one's for John. So he's got your back here, even if you don't.
Good.
He's got your back.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Texans, saying the Texans are okay, but the Bucks are bad. Thank God they have comeback player of the year. He went with the Browns, saying boo, TM pending.
Mm-hmm.
He went with the Colts. Minshew Mania is running wild, brother. He went with the Raiders. McDaniels stinks, not the Raiders. I couldn't agree more. McDaniels was the problem.
Yeah.
Yep, amen. He took the Eagles, just saying, if you say so. God dang. He went with the Bills. This one will be a heart stopper. And then he went with the Jets, saying, "Sure can."
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Week 9's gonna be
that was
amazing.
fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We should do this more often.
Well,
We should.
we honestly should. Hopefully, what you say? I'm back. I'm not back with that. Anyway, sorry. Hopefully next time my computer will actually be appropriate and I can actually do things, because working with this laptop and having to deal with the Wi-Fi being laggy is just like the hair pulling out. But I do want to
Meals
thank
on
John for helping me
chalkboard.
out with this.
Meals on chalkboard.
Yeah, I feel that. I can
Yeah,
get that.
yeah, it's very frustrating. For an update for you guys, my uncle is looking at it again. He took it back to his workshop like Grinch, and he's gonna like take things apart and clean them out and do new thermal paste pretty much everywhere, so it should be like brand new rebuild.
Yeah.
Um, if he can find out what's actually wrong with it and get it running, then we should be back up and running pretty soon. But until then, yeah, I'm just gonna run on what I got. So that's fun.
Yep.
So thanks for John for helping out with this and doing the like recording end of it for me.
Thank you,
I really
John.
appreciate you being able to tag in.
Oh, of course. This is fun too to be part of these as well. So, I mean, the OG trio
Yeah.
currently is in 1, 2, 3. So, it started from
Yeah.
season
Exactly.
1,
I'm
and
so
now we're
happy to
here.
that. Like,
The best of the best.
yeah, we really did. Yeah, it started from the beginning, and now we're here. So I like it.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's nice to kind of get like your real time reactions to my reasoning and the fact that we agree or disagree and how
Yeah.
scary it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because normally we only can do this through text, and normally I'm the one panicking because I get everybody's picks, and I'm like, oh my god, oh no, this is gonna be horrible. But now I have somebody sharing that with me.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
The amount of panic you're going to hear in this video and this episode is a lot.
Yeah, there's just a lot of oh no.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And then there's this Steve. Oh no.
Yeah, and then you just have the
I love
oh.
it. It is really kind of cool
Yeah.
to see like the different personalities of us three.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys liked it as well, let us know down in the comments, and we can see about trying to do more talky type of things going forward, because this is really a lot of fun. So
Sure.
Actually, fun fact, I don't think this is the longest Pickems episode either. I thought it would be.
how funny is that? Yeah, I thought it was going to be too, but weirdly enough, we made it work.
We did. I'm proud of
Yeah.
us.
So again, also thank you, Steve, for being okay with it, for being a little bit more strange, having all three of us involved, a little bit more jank on the setup and end of it. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy. I'm really proud of my community and
Sure.
how we can all pull together and
Same.
make this work. So
We all got to chip in.
thanks for sticking around. Exactly. We all got to chip in. I had another idea too. If this wasn't going to work, I was going to call in reinforcements and have like my brother and them do it. And I'm like, I really want this to work, but if it doesn't, I know I have a really strong backup plan.
Exactly. Which is awesome that you have
And
the
that's what I love the most. So thank you guys both for joining me. Thank you guys for watching and sticking along as far as you have. Check out the links down below for the usual stuff. And we will catch you guys hopefully next week for week 10 in a more normalized format.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Thanks.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.